of information. Great. So our last speaker for today is Marvelous. Marvelous, I don't know if you're here. If you have any questions, this is the time to start to, bring out your questions, because after this session, we're going to go to the Q&A. And the way the Q&A is going to go is that we're going to make it really simple. I'm going to invite all the speakers back, and then you will type your question and I will just read it out so that we can go fast. Okay. Marvelous, are you here? Who is off? Unfailing Love, please, can you mute yourself? Unless that's Marvelous. I don't think so. Okay, Marvelous, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Nice. I'm just going to mute these other people. Okay, thank you, Marvelous. You have the floor. Can you put your camera down a bit? Because we're just seeing your forehead.
Okay, no problem.
All right, that's much better. Greg, you have the floor. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. But before that, I will just give a brief introduction about myself. Like she just mentioned, I'm Marvelous by name. Don't mind the name I joined with. That's my friend's laptop. So, yeah, I had my first degree in Nigeria from Federal University of Technology, Akure. And then I proceeded for my master's in the UK. I finished from University of Warwick at Coventry, and I'm currently studying for my PhD in chemistry at Purdue University, United States. Okay, so today I'll be talking about Commonwealth Scholarship. I know you've learned so many things about scholarship, and you must have been saturated by now. So I'm going to go straight to the point. I'll start sharing my screen now. Let's share this. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, boss. Go ahead.
Okay,
Yes,
so I'll be talking about Commonwealth Shared Scholarship in particular. So my screen is not moving. I think I shared the wrong one.
This is showing Commonwealth Shared Scholarship application. Is that what you want to show us?
Okay, it's moving now. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right, so Commonwealth Scholarship is an international program available to students who are from Commonwealth countries to pursue graduate study in the United Kingdom. So, and these are the benefits of Commonwealth Scholarship. You have your travel expenses covered, the flight and all that. And then your tuition fees definitely will be covered. Then you have a one-time warm clothing allowance, and then you have travel grant. Then you might have access to other allowances. So depending on the need. So there are a few types of Commonwealth scholarships, and people tend to be confused sometimes. So there is Commonwealth Master Scholarship. That's when you apply through your home country. So for example, for people in Nigeria, they apply through Nigerian Scholarship Board. So, and then there is the second one is Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. This one you apply directly to the school. And this is the one that I got in 2021. So there's also Commonwealth PhD Scholarship. And then we have others, distance learning and some other form of Commonwealth Scholarship. So like I said, I'll be focusing on Commonwealth Shared Scholarship for this presentation. So what are the things you need for Commonwealth Shared Scholarship? And basically this applies to the Commonwealth Master Scholarship as well. So you need a couple of passports, academic transcripts, you need admission letter from a UK university, and of course you need your degree certificate. So there are three major parts of the applications. The first one is the application form, and you have the essay. This is the most demanding part of the scholarship because it's compared to achievement scholarship, where you write, I think, about 4 essays. So here you'll be writing, if I can still remember, it's around 10 or 11 essays, so per application. So this is more demanding part, and I will advise anyone that wants to apply for this scholarship to start preparing their essays as soon as possible, so you can give time for people to review it, because this is very essential. And then you have the place for references. So for Commonwealth Scholarship, especially for the shared one, you will be, your referees that you fill in the application form, they will get notified. So only if you have been selected or if you have been, placed on reserve for the scholarship. Otherwise, they won't get any, invitation for submission of the reference letter. So it is the last part of this stuff, and sometimes it shows you whether you have been you've been awarded the scholarship or you've been placed on reserve or not, if you receive the invitation for the reference letters. So, and I'm just going to take some time off here. I will share my application form with you. So just to tell you some key things that you need to note while applying for this scholarship. Okay. So I'm trying to share my screen on. Can you still see my screen?
Yes. What are you trying to share?
Yes, we're seeing it.
I think you need to stop this screen, then you need to stop. Okay.
This something is telling me timeout. What is this? Okay.
Don't worry, just stop sharing the screen. Then
Oh, I should start sharing the screen?
Then show what you want to show. Then share what you want to show again. This screen right now is on your PowerPoint. This is a PowerPoint screen, so you can't share that thing on it.
Oh, I grab it. I'm going to do that right away. Okay. Yeah, can you see it now?
Yes.
Sure.
Oh my God. Okay. I actually wanted to block out some key things here, but I think I'm sharing the one I haven't done that. Okay, I will try to just move past it. So this is how the application form will look like. You also need to apply for admission in a UK university before you can start your application while you are also applying for admission, because you need at least one admission in the UK school, the university you want to apply to. So, and you definitely need to fill some of this thing, which I'm not going to spend time. So you will have in the application form, you have a place where you need to write your award and the papers, precisely papers here. So you need to write papers that you have. So I know many people they've spoken to me that if you don't have papers and all that, but sincerely speaking, to be candid, Commonwealth Scholarship is very competitive, because most of the schools, they probably just have 1 or 2 slots for that particular program. For example, if you're applying for analytical science and instrumentation at the University of Warwick, so they only have like 1 slot, and there are a lot of people applying for that single slot. So it makes the application quite competitive. As a matter of fact, I spoke with one of the faculty members in charge of that scholarship in my university then. So I asked them what they're actually looking for in the application, because they were the one in charge of selecting the candidates. So they told me they practically like, to tell you that how competitive it is, some of them, they just like use the grade to force screen some people. So basically they probably check the first class and then, they start now looking at it. It doesn't mean that you don't have chance if you don't have a first class, but it's just telling you how competitive this is. So, which means that having papers is very, very important. So having paper is very important, even if it is 1 or 2 papers. So very, very important. And if you have probably submitted your paper for review, it's also good to put it down. So you submitted your paper for review, or is in, one journal for review and all that. You've made a manuscript. You can just put the manuscript, the title. So like, I think I put it here. So if you look at this, my publication 4 here, I think I just put the names, the title of the papers, and then I put where I submitted the paper to, submitted for publication at this journal. So this paper has not been published as at that time, but it is wise to put it there in this format. So, and when it comes to this place for academic distinction and prizes, this is very important. I made a huge mistake when I was applying first time. So the mistake was that I just put I think I put 4 or 5 awards there. So, but thank God that there was somebody that helped me to review my application. So it was the one that told me that you don't put just 4 or 5 awards or distinction. That's just too small because of the level of competition of the scholarship. Just think back, anything you can have, you can prove. So you should try to put it here as your award and then, the prices. So I later went back, I put, I think around 15 or 20 or something here. So it doesn't mean that you put things that you cannot prove, not that way, but make sure that when you are filling this part, academics and then distinction and prizes, put enough awards here, put enough awards here. It doesn't have to be all classes or something. You might have gone for a competition or something like that. So you can put all those things here. So it's really, really matters. I put a lot of things here, like a runner-up, winner at the intervarsity chemistry competition. So, and so many other things like that. But make sure that you don't put just 4 or 5 there. And, it is very important. They look at this part, very, very important. At least I would recommend put something, put something like at least 10, yeah, at least 10. So, and of course you will have the place to fill your the employers and all that. I'm not going to spend time on doing that one. You can easily do it. So yeah, your past employment and all that. So, and then you will have to put the referee details. It's also important here. I think they want you to put their official emails, like the emails of the organization or something they are working with. So of course, for lecturer, you don't want to put their Gmail there, put their university email there. And yeah, it makes more sense. And make sure that people that you put there, they will have access to it, because I don't think you'll be able to edit your referee, like the details you put there. I'm not sure you are able to do that. Once you put the 3 people there, they will send link to them to do it. So if they are not able to access their emails, it's gonna be like a big thing for you, like a big thing. So put people that they are verified and their emails are actually working. So then the part of the essay, that's very important, but because of time, I'm not going to go through all this thing. So you have a developmental or development impact essay. So you have this one, they are just asking to know what would be the impact of your studies, like what would be the impact, or why do you even want to study that course? So they want to know the global relevance of the course. So the local relevance of the course. So, and you know, and so on and so forth like that. So they want us to be able to explain yourself in the to market yourself. Yeah, very important. So, and it's also important for you to go to the university you want to apply. And of course, you can apply to like up to 6 schools, 10 schools, 11 schools, 12 schools. Yeah, it doesn't have to be one. So I think I applied to about 6 schools. So I submitted around 6 or 7 applications. So if you pick similar courses, it's gonna like reduce your, it's gonna reduce the effort you're gonna put into writing your essay. You can just change some things to fit the other ones. So, but if you are picking different courses, you are going to spend more time writing the essays, because each application you have to submit about 11 essays or so. So there's one part there, studying at line. I know people, you know, this aspect, you don't have to stress yourself, but just go to the university site, like go to the university, the department website, the school you are applying to, just go and call, you will see their modules there. So that is where I copy all these things. So these are the modules that I offered when I was at Warwick. So I got all these things from the university department website. So, and detailed plan of study, just how you will maximize your time in the UK, maximize your study, what are you going to be doing there and all that. So, and of course, objective during the award, what do you plan to learn when you get there? So what are the skills that you plan to learn? So you're going to put all those things there. Of course, career plan. Okay, career plans in the 5 years. So yeah, you're going to tell them, what do you want to do in 5 years time? So like having PhD, I would advise that you don't put things that are not realistic. And yeah, make sure that you put into realistic long-term goals and all that. And the personal statement is the same thing what you guys have learned about, I'm sure of that. And then you put your voluntary and leadership experiences. There is a part that I know I've reviewed so many people's essays and they kept like making the same mistake there. Or there's a part that we ask like, what are the time frame for the implementation of some of the things that you probably say you'll be doing when you come back? So you don't want to give them like a time that is not realistic. You can't say you will, you know, you will change the whole world in 5 years. You will change the whole field in 5 years. You will, you know, you will touch thousands lives in 2 months or in. So try to put time that are very realistic. They look at that specifically. That do you even know what you are saying? Do you know what it takes to make this kind of impact? So don't just put something to impress them. So it won't get them impressed. Put something that is realistic, like 10 years. Okay, I'll be doing this, I'll doing that. So yeah, depending on what you intend to do, the impact you intend to make. And yeah, and do all these things. So they don't, Commonwealth Shared Scholarship, they don't really take more time to get back to you. So I think the time changes. Sometimes they apply around April or so, but I'm not really sure of the time. So it depends on, yeah, it depends. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna stop here because of my time. If you have question at the end, I'm gonna try to stay so that I can answer your question.
Great. Thank you so much, Marvelous. That was amazing learning about your Commonwealth